It sounds like a clock ticking. Guys, I am so tired. I slept through my alarm this morning. Ugh, she was still on time for school and my daughter was on time, so that's good. But, like, I'm, like, bewildered right now because, like, long story short, I woke up this morning and I had to go pee really bad, so TMI. And so I come downstairs, but before I do, in my mind's eye, I see what looks like the Alexa clock down here, and it said 4:12 a.m. And it just, like, flashed. And I like, saw it so quick, so I was like, oh, it either said, like, 4:12 or 4:15. I kid you not, guys. I come downstairs to go pee, and I look at Alexa, and it's 4:12 a.m. And I'm just like, I kind of, like, stood back and just kind of stared at it, because I was like, that's fucking weird. But, I have weird shit, like, happen all the time to me, but, like, it was just so sudden and, like, weird. So, yeah, then I come back upstairs, and then I'm just, like, laying there, because I'm, like, thinking about how weird that was. Like, what does that mean? Like, is something about to happen? So then I'm, like, freaking out. I'm, like, all anxious in my head. And I try to fall back asleep. So I lay there, I try to fall back asleep, I can't. And then I did what you're not supposed to do, and I pull out my phone. And then I'm, like, watching, I don't know, TikTok vids and stuff, and, like, there's all these, like, things about dragons and stuff, and then, yeah, so it's weird. And then I wake up to this morning to, two of my friends that had DM'd me, and I caught up with some of my DMs, not all, but some of them, because I was, like, tired. And all about time travel, all about Alice in Wonderland from both of them. And it's so cool. I am so confused, but not confused. But, like, you know when you're just, like, really tired and you just wake up and you're just like, what? You can hear the chimes going outside. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, what? And I think we all are at a level now where we've all been getting, like, synchronicities and weird things. And it happens a lot. But it still is, like, weird too, like, when it happens, but it's so cool. But it's almost like in the moment of, like, when I receive that stuff, I almost, like, don't believe it until it sinks in, and then I'm like, oh my god, like, because it's so much. Like, I know I have to be, like, sorry guys, I keep fidgeting. I know I have to be, like, autistic or ADD or probably everything, because I'm super sensitive to, like, lights and sounds and, like, energies, and, like, I've been like this since I was little, but, like, I just always acted like I was, like, normal, even though I knew that I wasn't, and even though I knew that other people could tell that I wasn't, because, like, what is normal anyways, and, like, who is even normal, and, like, who even invented that definition? But you get what I mean. And it's just like, I'm such a fucking weirdo. What the fuck? But, like, even more so, like, I just, like, the older I get, the weirder I become, I feel. Or I just notice more about myself. I think that's all it is. Like, maturely speaking, I just notice more about myself, and, like, I don't know, it's just my brain is gonna explode with, like, Tanner this week and, like, all the cool stuff he was getting, and, like, he's building awesome stuff, you guys. You gotta check out his YouTube channel. It's, crap, what is it called? Multi-spatial dimensions, I think, or multi-dimensional spaces. Crap, I'll insert it on the screen. I don't want to have to edit this though, but I'll insert it on the screen because I love Tanner, my brother. You gotta check out his YouTube because he's so cool, and his TikTok. And yeah, he put together this, like, really cool thing that's, like, instructing you how to, like, ease your way into, like, time travel, and how to, like, ease the symptoms of, like, if you've, like, consciously become aware of, like, going through it. And he has, like, these really cool videos that, like, overlay picture and synchronicity and frequency to like help you like relieve your central nervous system, I think is the best way I can describe it. He probably can describe it way better though. And then what was I gonna say? Oh, and then my friend May sent me really cool tarot cards that she created, and they're all Alice in Wonderland and time, and
a lot of twin flame references. So we got the time is now, there's the checkered floor, like, you know, Alice in Wonderland. Time keeps on slipping into the future, down the rabbit hole.
Like all the cards have like super like synchronistic things that I've been talking about all week. Like one of her cards that she created even says Hall of Mirrors.
The key that opens the door. Also have a incoming high frequencies, which reminds me of the music message that you had. And it being a key. The Hall of Mirrors.
She's like, I don't even know, like, she's like, I was just guided to create these a while ago, and like now they're coming up. And
soul family activations. Truth is a force of nature. So you've been speaking about truths and things clicking, which creates a glitch. It lifts a veil. You begin to see patterns in reality. You had a video about seeing the word Avalon on a truck. You know how many times I've been in the car line and I see Avalon? It's been 3 times now. Yes, 3. Before I saw you speak about it. But I say that in a good way. Like the fact that you even said Avalon.
I was so grateful she shared those with me. Now the train's going, time travel train. And then my other friend, she sent me, it's just wild, guys. The train's going. She had sent me a train a while back, a red caboose. And then she sent me, like the same time, I think, last night, which I got to read this morning, a thing about Alice. And then, like, a blackboard that had the name Alice on it, and then a huge sign that said White Rabbit. And then, like, this Museum of Illusion. And like where she's from in France is like the week of the Epiphany, or the day of the Epiphany or something is what it's called. And like I'm just like epiphany, pattern, synchronicities clicking, like aha moments, like she's so cool. And I love my friends. I'm just like, I'm so overwhelmed, but in a good way, It's not bad. I'm just like, and then like synchronicities all day yesterday and the day before that. And I'm supposed to film a client reading. I'll probably have to film it this weekend. Because I just like, when these things happen, it takes me a while to like, it's good. But it takes me a while to like recalibrate and like focus. And it's just been like nonstop, you know, when like, I talk about this with friends all the time, but like where you have like synchronicities that just like hit. It's like everything at once. And then you'll have like a lull for a while where some don't happen so crazily. And it's like, my mind, I feel like, is still like recalibrating and like just taking everything in. But it's really cool. Oh, and she also sent me a mermaid. There was a mermaid on the boat too, that she sent me, like my other friend that I was talking about that sent me the train. And she sent me a dragon. Oh, and that's what I was gonna say. I watched tarot reading, like even before I checked her messages, where the girl's saying, you're gonna have more soul family come in or something. And then she, at the end of the tarot reading, she said, you're gonna have a lot more dragons coming to you.
There is going to be a collective of dragons that find their way to you with love and protection and beautiful spiritual curiosity and ferocity. But as this is the case, open yourself up to love in ways you have not yet experienced it in this incarnation. You have a lot of different bits and pieces and parts of yourself and bits and pieces of your light aspects.
Like, she fucking knew, because I have a dragon, and then I had another one. Like, I have this one dragon that I've always, like, kind of seen within my third eye, and I connect with it when I'm in the shower. Sounds really bizarre, but it's a blue dragon. It's got, like, feathers and scales also, but, like, he's loving, and he's so protecting, and I've ridden on the back of him before. Like, I see him when I bilocate sometimes, like, so I know he's there, you know what I mean? And then I saw another one, like, introduce him or herself recently. I haven't had a chance to even, like, fully integrate that yet. And then she said, more dragons are gonna come. And then she sent me a picture of this, like, purple dragon. Like, literally after that. I'm like, you can't make this shit up. Like, and you all know, because you guys and gals get synchronicities too. It's just, I'm like, I'm completely mind blown in the best way. I look so tired, only because I really am tired. But I'm gonna let this all, like, process today and, like, sink in. Oh, and I have so much more to share. Like, I have another whole YouTube video of stuff that I should share and, like, make once I've, like, calmed down. I've been really taking my time to, like, peace out and, like, calm down and, like, chill and, like, gather my thoughts and, like, what can I share that's going to help the collective, not just me, you know what I mean? And sometimes just, like, also just helping me also helps the collective too. So, like, I balance it. But yeah, I have a whole other YouTube video stuff that I need to share from, like, way back. But, like, that coincides with, like, the stuff that I'm getting too. Like, having to do with, like, Tartaria, the Cabbage Patch Kids, the orphan trains, mainly the Cabbage Patch Kids, and, like, Alice, and something my daughter told me. And last night, yeah, something my daughter told me having to do with Alice. And it just, like, I was like, what the fuck? And at the time that she said it to me, like, she had the dream and she told me the next day, and I was like, it was too much, because I just learned about, like, what the Cabbage Patch Kids actually were, and like the homunculus and, like, everything else. And it was just, like, too much. It was too much all at once. And then, like, my daughter, she's really psychic and in tune, like kids are, you know, but, like, Kenzie's like she has dreams like me, like, and she told me this dream that she had the following fucking day, and I still have it recorded on my phone somewhere, and I have so much in my phone, like, I don't even know how to go back and find it, but I'm gonna have to, because it connects some major dots, and I was just, like, mind fucked. Like, it was just so much that my brain couldn't compute it at the time. It still can't compute it, apparently. And what else was I gonna say? Last night also, she asked me about how to tell time on a normal clock, like, before she fell asleep. And I said, oh, there's this game that you can play. Like, my mom used to play it with me, and it was, like, this little plastic clock with, like, flashcards and things, and you could, like, move the hands on it, and it was a game that we played to teach you how to tell time on a clock. And I'm like, this is freaking weird. And then she's also the one that said that the clock is a portal. You go through it and you see fairies. And then, like, a couple days later, I had watched Last Unicorn because I wanted to watch it because it's been forever since I was a kid and watched it. And here they go through a freaking clock, and it's a portal. The Last Unicorn goes, she just walks right through it. So much. And you guys know, like, if you've been watching my videos, and yeah, sometimes they're all over the place, but that's only because, like, what I receive is all over the place, and I'm trying to freaking figure it out and connect it, and, like, half the time I do and half the time I don't. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. I'm just, like, rambling. So I think I said everything I needed to say. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna try to take another nap. I love you guys. If any of this connects too, if any of this connects or like makes sense to you, or you just like know things, or things are like aha in your head, like please don't ever hesitate to comment below, like please, because it connects it for all of us, and then we can like sleep better, hopefully. I love y'all. Bye. Update, my hair is wet because I just had a shower and I feel a lot more grounded, so I feel a lot better and more awake. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you've had any synchronicities too.